It's been a while since I've done a video like this for YouTube and Twitter and whatnot. I just thought I'd dispel a whole bunch of misconceptions and stuff, and I'm going to go all over the place, so I hope you don't mind. I've got a few little bits and bobs here to keep us on track. But one of the other day, my video guy released something on YouTube, and it was part of one of our live sessions. So every Thursday, I hold a 2-hour live session, and I was talking about context on timeframes, and I just want to go through this again because I don't think people get this, especially when I look through some of the comments. Like I don't block comments, so you know, like this person here, Sasha, said Siam FUD, etc. And it really isn't. And there's a lot of the comments I get on the videos are very myopic. So as I said in that video, as a trader and investor, you have different time frames, and you must always hold many opposing beliefs all at the same time, which for a lot of people seems like a hard thing to do, but it's something that you need to get really used to. So, and everyone's time frames or time frame and definitions are different. So personally, you know, my nano term is, you know, within a week or so, and short term is sort of within a month-ish. But, you know, if you speak to someone like Warren Buffett, short term for him is like 10 years and long term is 100 years. So everyone has personal differences in sort of time frames. So yeah, at the moment, well, this was from like a week and a half ago. So yes, a week and a half ago, for my nano term, I was mildly bearish. So I was shorting all sorts of stuff, and that's done very well. Short term, obviously we've got the election type stuff. Things look to starting to tick up now because Tether market cap is going up. I'll show you that in a minute. And then on the whole, everything's bullish. But also, within specific instruments, you also have the same sort of mix as well. So if I ran through all of these with Tau, it would be different than if I went through all of this with Casper or Bitcoin or ETH. So you will have a nano, short, medium, long, and term sort of bias, and it will be different for everything. So you can never just pin someone down. So this is why I don't like doing stuff sort of short form content, because context is missed. So that's one of the things I wanted to discuss. Also, selling something doesn't mean you're bearish. So again, going back to some of the comments, people think I'm I don't like Casper, or I don't like whatever. No, as an investor or a trader, you buy and sell stuff. That's it. It goes back to Shakespeare saying, nothing is good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. The markets are exactly the same. Something going up or down doesn't make it bad. It's just how you are personally reacting to external stimuli. So if I'm selling something, it doesn't mean, oh my God, I hate it. It means on one of the time frames, I think there is, price is going to go down or up, and I think there is a low risk, high probability outcome move. That's all I'm doing. So, and also most people that do this properly, you will have different pots. So I have a little trading pot. I have like my big long-term hodl pots, etc. So I've got lots of different pots, and again, there will be nano, short, medium, long-term type aspects within each pot. So like trading and investing, when you do it properly, are many different onions. With all of those various layers. So that's one thing I want to get something out there. So, like for example, here's a very good example. If we look at Casper, and I think this is where a lot of people are misconstruing some of my thoughts. Now, personally, I don't even say anything about Casper these days on Twitter, because it's getting quite cult-like, and I don't like cult-like type stuff. But so for example, I shared everything with my community, but I sold probably 70 to 80% of all my Casper around 16 to 17 cents. I actually think, it was on this breakdown here. So if we go back a bit, just sort of early September, I was looking at this this support level here. And I was waiting for that to get breached, and I was like, oh shit, if that breaches, I'm out. So, and I was selling stuff as it was coming down here. And again, I was selling on some of the bounces over here. But by this point here, around 16, 17 cents, I had sold 70 to 80% of my Casper. And then I've been selling more. You know, and you can see some of these old arrows here. Again, once it attacked this the second time, I was like, oh, that level's getting smothered, I'm out. So I basically sold everything around 14.2 cents. So I've been out, 100% out of Casper for a fair while now, and it's fallen quite a lot. And again, when the Middle East sort of pipes up, obviously Casper falls a bit. But it doesn't mean I hate Casper. I'm in love with Casper. It's going to be a long-term generational wealth type thing. It's hopefully going to be something that marches on its own tune and disconnects with the general risk-on, risk-off sentiment, because crypto follows the conventional assets, really. It's 80-ish% correlated. But for the moment, I'm trading this, and I'm like, no. What if I had a very strong conviction that Casper was going to fall way down south. So obviously I exited. It doesn't mean I hate Casper. It's breaking world records pretty much every other week. It's going to be an absolute game changer. But you do have to also, in fact, I'm skipping forward here. You have to also understand cycle narratives. Casper's fulfilling the cycle narrative of 2017, layer ones. We're entering the 2025 cycle, and that's all going to be AI. That's why 100% of my pot is Tau. 90% of my pot is Tau. 10% are Tau-related memes like Zappy and Tau-Nu. I'm basically 100% Tau at the moment. And the other reason is that I like ratio charts. I mean, look at Tau against Casper. So, and I'm going to have to go to the log chart here, because I drew this a while back as well. I saw this massive bottoming pattern of Tau against Casper. Look at all these Russian doll type caked on bottoming patterns here, from inverted head and shoulders galore. In fact, let's go to the weekly chart. And so here is a big neckline here. And, I think this ratio, Tau against Casper, is going to zoom into this aubergine type hole that I've drawn over here. This is another reason why. So a lot of people are thinking, this cycle, Casper is going to hit 2% of total market cap. I don't think it will. I think it will do really well in accordance with the power law. Hell, my desktop is the Casper power law. I don't dislike Casper. I'm a big fan. This is a generational wealth asset or vehicle for me. And yes, it's probably scraping the barrel, or the bottom of the barrel of the power law at the moment. But speak to Miko Geno. Look at his profile. He constantly updates on this. So, but what was I talking about? Yeah, so ratio charts are very important. So this, I think, is going to continue going up. So, yeah, it doesn't mean I'm bearish. It just means I'm just temporarily moving one thing to the another, or from one thing to another. What else was there to talk about? Yeah, and also you can do long-term hedging. So, for example, I recently sold a shit ton of Tau. I sold a lot of Tau, a percentage of my pot, and the reason, and that was because if we go back to the daily chart on the linear here, I saw this breakdown on this support level here. So my beloved Tau, I even dumped, what was it? I sold at, so I keep this. This is like, so I put my thoughts on here, and then I text them out to my community. 1 second, where is it? Yeah, so that was a Ripple short. Sorry. Here we go. Yeah, so this is one of the posts I put out about Tau. Been watching that support and other stuff like a hawk for ages. It's been smothered for a while now. Sidestepping 20% of my pot for a short move down. So I sold a bunch of stuff there. So like I sold something like 3,200 Tau at 541. I think my average at X out there was 541. So I sold a lot of Tau. I didn't move the price. I only budged price by about $1, $2. There's a lot of depth with Tau now. and it fell nicely. And then obviously I bought back in recently once, you know, some other indicators showed that we're back to the races. So yeah, but yeah, I sidestep that, and sidestepping is a really useful tool, folks. Like I said, in fact, I talk about it in my book, which is coming out very soon, by the way. Just waiting for the bloody printers. You know, whenever you see a big base support breach, you got to get out. And then a good way to short it or time it is, I've got a thing called a Kobo, where you wait for the breach. He nearly always pulls back to retest it. So I call it a kiss off, bugger off, and then it goes back down. And like, you can do this with any asset. So, and that reminded me of this one here. Wait, there's some sort of virtuous twat over here going, oh, interesting seeing how things are flipped. Siam was bearish when Bitcoin's around here, and now it's here, now he's bullish, blah, blah, blah. He's like thinking he's really clever, thinking he's fading me all the time. It's not that at all. For the long-term stuff, you have to use base support breaches. You absolutely have to. And like here, can I zoom in a bit? So I'll quickly zoom through this chapter. Basically, I'm saying that if this is Bitcoin going from sort of 2010 onwards, look, you just draw base support, you get out here, and then you get back in when the base resistance is breached. And obviously during like big run-ups, you get a step change in angle, and then you get out here once it's breached, or here when this one's breached. And so this is just a very basic, long, like bigger picture investing way to get in and out without trying to top pick or bottom pick. So you're constantly looking at these base and resistance breaches. And that is how I operate on the sort of the bigger picture. So for example, here, if you look at the 2018, if I really zoom in here, I don't know if I can, no, whoopsie daisy, where's it gone? 2018, oh, it's disappeared, yeah. So here, obviously, this is a weekly chart on Bitcoin. It fell a lot, and I got out of Bitcoin, what was it? Oh, this is the log chart. I got out around about 12, 13K for Bitcoin. Obviously, I wasn't in Bitcoin. I'm never in Bitcoin, by the way. It's my barometer. I'm always darting around with other things. So Bitcoin is the massive oil tanker that never, is slow to change, and I'm in like faster catamarans around it. So, and then yeah, I was continually bearish all of 2018. People think I'm a perma bear, and then obviously it picked up. Now, this is where, whoever this person is, Shabira, is so happy with him or herself, because I didn't flip bullish until we breached that base resistance, which happened to be around 4 or 5K. This was back in that 2019. And it's the same thing going back to 2022 recently. So, I was bearish all of 2022. I was shorting all sorts of stuff. And yes, it bottomed at 16K, but from a portfolio perspective, I didn't start aping in back into crypto until we breached this base resistance, which happened to be around 20 odd K. So there we go. Yes. So I was bearish around 19K on the way down, and then it was things pivoted. But guess where I got in? Hopefully I can zoom in here. No, I can't. You'll see there's a Kobo here. Or if you go to 2023, where's the trading view gone? If you go to 2023, you'll see there was a Kobo, which we all got in on. Well, my community did at least. Here we go. So this obviously on the daily chart, we zoom in a bit. There was a beautiful Kobo here. So if you just draw this sort of resistance, where was it? Yeah, something like that. So it broke resistance, then it Kobo'd off it. Actually, this dribbled off resistance. But then we started getting in around sort of anywhere between 18 to 20-ish K. And then it's been upwards ever since. So context is everything, folks. It really is. So sidesteps are good. Also, you can do long-term hedging. So for ages, I've been shorting. So I've been, on Mexi, so this is a small trading pot where I just do swing trades basically. So on Tau, if we look at Tau here, obviously it did a lot of falling for a fair bit. And again, what did I do? I just keep things simple. I like living a chilled life. So guess what? I wasn't bullish, until BitTensor broke sort of this resistance here around 300. Then obviously it had another wobble, which actually that caught me out. And then as you can see here, I put in my big swing trade at 313, and I'm just going to leave it here. So, and if I'm, at all correct, I mean, obviously this is with a little bit of leverage. At one point this was sort of, when it was a bit higher, this was sort of like 250 grand up at the moment at one point. But yeah, I'm leaving this for the long term. And I think, if it, anyway. So moving on, I am digressing. So, and also I just want to go through some of these points here. Yes, it's not FUD. I'm just, how you choose to react to external stimuli is completely down to you. I don't see anything as good or bad on the markets. I just see things as up or down. That is it. And if there's a low risk, high probability outcome trade, I'll take it. Here's one of the reasons why I got back in heavily. As you can see here, I sort of text out to everyone that if we go back a bit, done some shorts. Here's that sidestep. Oh yeah, here, look at this one for a Kobo. It busted through, it Kobo'd, kissed off that level, and then buggered off. So it's the tether market cap. So the best indicator, in fact, I put this out. Here we go. I've been saying that Bitcoin's going to push up recently, and that the USDT market cap is the best leading indicator for Bitcoin price action. Anyone that argues against it is literally empirically incorrect. So this is my favorite one. I constantly watch this, and every time you see a bit of consolidation in the tether market cap and then it breaches and moves up, guess what? Bitcoin here, everything else pumps up. I'm not going to go into the mechanics or why, but again, every single time, tether just used my arrow as a thingy. But and more recently, I've been watching this consolidation, and I said the moment tether breaches this, we're off to the races. And what's happened in the last couple of days? Tether's breached this resistance here. And look what happened to Bitcoin. Whoop, whoop. And look, hello. Here we have a resistance. It's breached through it. It's Koboing off it. So it's retest this resistance. So it's kissing off, and it's now buggering off. And therefore, everything else will start to go up now. And hence why I bought back all of my Tau the last couple of days. I think the 3,200 odd Tau I sold, I bought back a lot more at 517, I think was my average. But yeah, so that's that. Anyway, so I guess this is more of just a video of context more than anything. And yeah, like again, we do the little shorts. So here, this is near. Where's near? Near is here somewhere. Come on, am I being blind? There we go. So, and sometimes, obviously, with other bits and bobs, you can sort of preempt base support breaches, or even just simple support breaches here. And then this one hit target pretty quickly. Same with like Tron, we've got a long term, or a swing short going up, a swing long at the moment, just to the top of this band. But and my bad one at the moment, which is a bit down, is gas. So gas is very spiky. This is the neo gas, not gas as in the flammable gas. So I'm just going to leave that going. Also, one other thing, if we go to the cuddle public one, so we've got this big event on the 23rd of November. So please make sure to book a ticket. It's definitely worth coming to. It's our sort of Christmas party type of thing. So full event all day, all content, no selling, nothing like that. And then we party at night. So, and I'm going to, like, if you're a seasoned cryptoer, you will learn a little bit of stuff. Maybe I'm going to be talking a lot about AI as well. But this is really a non-coiner normie event. So bring your non-coiner normie friend, and I will personally try to orange pill them during the day. So it's like this, and we have some guest speakers and stuff like that. But yeah, I think a ticket is 250 quid, and then you can bring one person at cost for free. So yeah, this is a loss-making event, by the way. This is not for profit. The hotel charges us £80 plus VAT per person per day. So yeah, your 250 quid barely makes any profit. And yeah, obviously it's free for our members. So, but anyway, doesn't matter. I'll see you there. Hopefully, make sure to book it. It's and if you go to my Twitter, I don't use Facebook or LinkedIn or anything these days, but just go to my Twitter and just scroll down a bit. You'll see that the link is here somewhere. There we go, November Cuddle. So just click it there, and then the actual link is there. Cool. Right, gotta love you and leave you. Hope that makes sense. My book is almost out. Just frustrating. Almost there. Cheerio, folks. Bye.